Have you ever caught your reflection and thought, why does my backside look flatter, even though I'm still active? If you're over 50, this experience is more common than you think. Many adults notice that the upper and side portions of the glutes slowly lose their roundness. Jeans don't fit the same, the curve softens. What once looked lifted now appears flatter or slightly hollow at the hips. Most people assume it's just aging, or they think the answer is simple. I just need more squats. But here's the truth most fitness programs never explain. You cannot rebuild a muscle that your body isn't properly activating. And after 50, one of the biggest reasons the glutes stop responding isn't lack of effort, it's pelvic positioning. Your pelvis is the structural base of your lower body. If it shifts forward, tilts backward, rotates slightly, or leans to one side, which commonly happens with years of sitting and posture changes, it alters how your glute muscles function. Especially the gluteus medius, the side glute muscle responsible for fullness along the hips. When pelvic alignment drifts out of neutral, the neurological signal between your brain and your glutes weakens. Other muscles, like your lower back or thighs, quietly take over. You may still walk every day, you may still exercise, you may even feel active, but the glutes are no longer leading the movement, and muscles that don't lead slowly flatten. This isn't about laziness, it isn't about genetics, it's about alignment and activation. Before strengthening comes reconnection. In the next sections, you'll learn a two-step system, a gentle repositioning drill to restore pelvic control, a functional strengthening movement to rebuild shape and stability. Together, they create something most people skip, a foundation. And that foundation changes everything. If you're over 50 and reading this, you're not declining, you're adapting. The key is guiding that adaptation in the right direction. Let's start with understanding the missing link. Most people believe flat glutes mean weak glutes, but weakness is often a symptom, not the root cause. Your pelvis acts like the command center for the hips, spine, and glute muscles. When it sits in a balanced, neutral position, the glutes can contract efficiently and support your body. But when the pelvis tilts too far forward, anterior tilt, shifts laterally or rotates slightly, something very common after decades of sitting, muscle recruitment changes. The glutes lose mechanical advantage. Research in orthopedic rehabilitation has shown that altered pelvic positioning reduces gluteal recruitment during common strengthening exercises. In other words, you can perform the exercise correctly, but the wrong muscles still dominate. When that happens, the lower back compensates, the hamstrings overwork, the thighs tighten, the glutes underperform. Over time, underused muscles lose tone and shape. After 50, posture changes accelerate this process. Hip flexors tighten, core engagement decreases, subtle asymmetries become habitual. And because these shifts are gradual, you may not feel misaligned, but your body feels it. This explains why some adults perform bridges, squats, and walking routines consistently, yet still notice flattening at the sides of the hips. It's not about doing more, it's about restoring positioning first. Before strength, there must be alignment. Before intensity, there must be awareness. The body strengthens what it can control. So our first focus isn't building muscle, it's retraining communication between the brain, pelvis, and glutes. Once that connection returns, strengthening becomes effective again. And that's where we begin. Before rebuilding shape, we reset the base. The wall hinge with lateral shift is not a traditional workout move. It's a neuromuscular retraining drill designed to help your body find neutral pelvic alignment again. It gently reactivates both the gluteus maximus, primary glute muscle, and the gluteus medius, side stabilizer. What this movement accomplishes: centers the pelvis, improves left-right hip balance, restores core and glute cooperation, reduces compensatory lower back dominance. Step-by-step instructions. Stand facing away from a wall about 6 to 8 inches in front of it. Place feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly inward. Keep knees soft, not locked. Gently hinge your hips backward until your glutes lightly touch the wall. Maintain a long spine, no rounding. In the hinged position, shift your hips slightly left. Return to center. Shift slightly right. Return to center. Slowly stand back up. That's 1 repetition. Perform 8 to 10 slow reps. Rest. Complete 2 total sets. Coaching notes. Move slowly and deliberately. Avoid twisting your shoulders. Keep weight evenly distributed in both feet. Use light fingertip support if balance is limited. This drill may feel subtle, even small, but subtle corrections create powerful changes. After years of sitting, the pelvis often drifts forward and becomes less mobile. This exercise gently restores control. Think of it as recalibrating your movement system. Once your pelvis is centered and your glutes begin to wake up, you're ready to strengthen them properly. And that's next.
Now that alignment is restored, we build strength. The wall-facing squat with calf raise is a functional movement that improves posture, balance, and glute shape simultaneously. Facing the wall prevents excessive forward lean. It keeps the spine tall and reinforces proper pelvic control. What this exercise does? Targets gluteus medius deeply, builds calf and hip strength, enhances balance, reinforces upright posture, improves real-world stability. Step-by-step instructions. Stand facing a wall 6 to 8 inches away. Feet slightly wider than hips. Toes turned out 10 to 15 degrees. Lightly place hands on the wall for balance. Lower into a controlled squat, chest tall. Knees track outward over toes. At the bottom, about 45 to 60 degrees depth, rise onto your toes. Hold 1 to 2 seconds. Lower heels slowly. Press through feet to return to standing. Complete 10 to 12 reps. Perform 2 to 3 sets. Coaching tips. Keep knees gently pressing outward. Avoid collapsing forward. Move slowly. Control matters more than depth. This integrated movement trains the body to fire glutes first, not knees or lower back. And because it combines balance with strength, it improves coordination and fall resilience, especially important after 50. This is strength that carries into daily life. Here's something important. You don't lose your glutes simply because of age. You lose them because your body adapts to how you use it. Years of sitting, subtle posture shifts, reduced neuromuscular awareness. But adaptation works both ways. When you restore pelvic alignment and retrain muscle activation, the glutes respond again. Movement feels smoother. Standing feels stronger. Walking feels more stable. And yes, shape gradually returns. But what you're truly rebuilding isn't just fullness. You're rebuilding balance, stability, confidence, and freedom of movement. Strong glutes protect your hips and spine. They help you climb stairs. They help you recover if you trip. They support independence. You don't need heavy weights. You don't need a gym. You need intention and consistency. Small, precise movements done regularly outperform random intensity. So if you felt frustrated, take this as encouragement. It's not too late, and it was never about doing more. It was about doing it correctly. Start with alignment, then build strength. Your body still adapts at any age, and that's powerful. Now that you understand the importance of pelvic alignment and proper glute activation, the next step is consistency. Because here's the reality, one session won't change your shape, but repeated correct activation will. After 50, the body still adapts, just more gradually. Muscles respond to repetition, posture responds to awareness, and balance improves through practice. The key is not intensity, it's precision and frequency. How to structure this routine. You can perform both exercises together as a short 5 to 8 minute routine. Step 1. Wall hinge with lateral shift. 8 to 10 slow repetitions, 2 controlled sets. Rest 30 to 45 seconds between sets. Step 2. Wall-facing squat with calf raise. 10 to 12 controlled repetitions, 2 to 3 sets. Move slowly. Focus on posture and control. You can do this routine 3 to 4 times per week or even daily if movements feel comfortable. There is no need for added weight at first. Body weight is enough to retrain coordination and rebuild muscle engagement. What to expect in the first few weeks. Week 1. You may notice improved awareness of your hips. The movements might feel awkward at first. That's normal. You're rebuilding communication between brain and muscle. Week 2. You may feel mild muscle fatigue along the sides of your hips. Standing posture may feel taller. Week 3 to 4. Balance improves. Walking feels more stable. Subtle fullness along the upper glutes may begin returning. Remember, visual change follows functional change. When the glutes fire correctly during daily life, walking, climbing stairs, standing from a chair, they begin working all day, not just during exercise. Small habits that support the process. Avoid prolonged sitting without standing breaks. When standing, distribute weight evenly between both feet. Gently engage your glutes when climbing stairs. Maintain tall posture while walking. These micro-adjustments reinforce what the exercises teach. The bigger picture. This isn't about chasing soreness. It isn't about sculpting for appearance alone. It's about restoring a foundation. Strong glutes support lower back health, hip stability, knee alignment, fall prevention, and perhaps most importantly, independence. The body doesn't stop adapting at 50, 60, or 70. It adapts to how you guide it. Alignment first, activation second, strength third. Stay consistent, stay patient, and trust the process. Small corrections done repeatedly create powerful long-term change.